Afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for attending Best of Both Worlds Introducing Parallels. Before we begin in today's session, I'd like to introduce myself. I am Jilan Tabino, and I'll be your host for today's event. Company, Vertex Systems Inc., or WSI, has been in the business for 38 years as a pioneer and one of the leading IT distributors in the Philippines. We offer complete IT solutions for businesses across industries. We have solutions for infrastructure, design, printing and imaging, security and backup, and communications, carrying more than 40 named brands. If you have any requirements in the future, our main office is in Manila, and we have branches in Cebu and Davao that you can contact from 8 to 5 p.m. Monday to Fridays, or you may send us an email at sales@wsifail.com.ph. For more information about WSI and the solutions we offer, you may also visit our official website, www.wordtext.com.ph. You can also follow and visit our social media accounts to be updated on the latest IT products and information. Lastly, we would like to introduce our e-commerce site, www.wesellit.ph, the first pure IT e-commerce site in the Philippines for small and mid-sized businesses. We Sell It offers a wide range of hardware and software brands for small and mid-sized businesses. If you want to know more, you may reach us after this webinar or visit www.wesellit.ph. Before we dive in today's session, here are some important things to know. That this webinar is being recorded and an email will be sent after our session. If you have any questions, you may send it on the chat panel on your screen and we will get back to you during our Q&A portion. And for our GCash points, an account is required to claim your prize. Before we proceed to our presentation, I would like to introduce everyone to the Parallels team. We have Ms. Reina Putong, our Senior Business Development Manager from WSI, and Sir Patrick Mendoza, Product Specialist for WSI for Parallels. And we have also here in attendance our presenters and our principal as well, Ari Colette Jr., our Channels Manager for Parallels, and Annabelle Baroja rather, Customer Experience and Marketing for Parallels. Before we dive in and before we start our session, I would like to remind our attendees that if you have any questions during the discussions, you may send it on the chat panel located on your screen and we will get back to you during the Q&A portion. And to give us an overview of Parallels and the benefits you and your company can get, I'd like to call on Mr. Ari Colette, the Channel Manager for Parallels. Ari?
Thank you, Julan. Hopefully you guys can see me and hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you good.
Thank you so much. So before I start, I would just like to apologize. I am a little bit sick, just with a little bit of sore throat. So if you can't understand me, just please do let me know and I'll try to repeat myself. But I guess we can just dive in into the role of Parallels and our partnership with WSI. So once again, my name is Ari Colette. I am the channel manager for Parallels across Australia, New Zealand, and Southeast Asia. My email is on the screen, so if you do have any questions about any of the products that we're going to be discussing today, don't hesitate to reach out to myself directly, and I'll be more than happy to address any questions you may have. So I guess we can just dive straight into it. John, please, next slide. So who is Parallels? I'm not sure if you guys have heard about it, but the goal for Parallels is to make a very simple and easy to use and access applications and files on any device and any operating system. So you notice that all the products that we have on our apologies, on our portfolio are virtualization products that will go all the way from Windows to Mac. We try to help businesses take advantage of the best technologies that are out there, whether it's on Mac, Windows, iOS, Android, or even Chrome. So some of the customers that we have that we work with and use our products are, of course, Apple, Google, and Microsoft. But in addition to that, some of the other brands that actually do use our products that they might be familiar with are American brands such as General Motors, GE, Bentley Nevada, who else can I mention? Best Buy, and the list just goes on. So there's a whole list of customers in Southeast Asia, as well as Australia and New Zealand. Moving along to the next slide, please. So this is our solutions portfolio, or what we like to call our DNA, basically. So these are all the products that we have on our portfolio. So today we're going to start the presentation with Parallels Desktop for Mac, which is the easiest, fastest, and most powerful way to run Windows on a Mac without having to reboot. The Mac already comes with a tool called Boot Camp, but the thing is that every time if you wish to change operating systems, you actually have to restart your machine. It's not very time efficient, it's not very easy to use, so we have a product that does something much better. Parallels Access is only sold via the website. It's a very small percentage of our business, but basically what it allows you to do is to remotely access a desktop from anywhere. So let's say if you need to access your computer for some reason using your phone, that can be done with Parallels Access. We also have Parallels Mac Management for SCCM. That is a plugin for SCCM that allows IT managers to manage, monitor, and maintain a fleet of Mac computers. So if they're already using SCCM, they can get this plugin and install and manage the Mac fleet. We also have Parallels Toolbox, which is a set of very powerful tools designed to basically simplify your day-to-day tasks. So download videos, audio, screenshots, and the list just goes on. That product is available for Mac and for Windows, and you also get with your Parallels Desktop for Mac subscription. The second product we'll be covering today, alongside Parallels Desktop for Mac, is the Parallels Remote Application Server. So this product is very quite more complex than in our portfolio. So it's an all-in-one remote application delivering VDI solution that basically allows anyone to access that VDI or application from any device, anywhere, anytime. And the newest addition to our family is the Parallels Desktop for Chromebook Enterprise. So if a company or organization that does have a Chromebook Enterprise license, they can now have Windows running on their Chromebooks. It's a brand new product, has been in the market for about a month. And as this product develops, we'll definitely be able to engage more with in terms of features and how we can actually go to market with it. Next slide, please. So let's jump in straight into Parallels Desktop. So as I mentioned, is the most simple and straightforward way for you to run Windows on a Mac. All right, next one, please. So some statistics about Mac in business. So only about 10% of worldwide, Mac only owns about 10% of the market share on business. But that's not to say that a lot of people don't use Macs. So about 97% of Mac users prefer to use their Mac device, despite the fact that sometimes at work they might need to use Windows. What it means is Mac users by nature, they tend to think that the product is better, lasts longer, and will help them increase productivity. Sometimes it's very hard for you to jump from one operating system to another. By having Parallels Desktop and Windows running at the same time, it will make your life a lot easier. So that kind of touches on a point that about 80% of employees, they feel more valued and proficient and efficient when they can actually bring their own device, which is their personal computer, their Macintosh, and then have their work applications that are Windows-based running on their own machines. And as I said, it's an unsaid thing, but about 74% of Mac users, they experience about less issues when you compare to a PC. So the lifespan of a Mac computer is much longer than a standard PC. Next one, Jalon, please. So the key differentiators from Parallels Desktop for Mac against, there's not many products in the market that do what we do, but there are a couple. So the key differentiator between what we have to offer and other products in the market is that, of course, you can have Mac OS and Windows OS. It doesn't matter which version, so any version of Windows can be installed. So if you have a Windows 10, XP, whatever you're using, you can install and have that up and running. So you can have those running side by side. You can share files and folders between systems without actually having to take on between the virtual machines and your actual Mac operating system. Unlike the, so I'm just going to ask to mute yourself, please. Thank you. So unlike the Apple equivalent called Boot Camp that already comes with Apple machines, you don't have to restart your computer. That saves you tons of time, and it makes it a lot more efficient for you to share, copy and paste information between operating systems. You can run graphics heavy applications. You can play games as well. A good thing to point on this topic is if you have a simple MacBook Air, you might not be able to play games. So if you have a more powerful machine, you always got to sort of take into consideration that the hardware on the machine will influence on the software you're running as well. So you can also install and run any OS that can be installed on your PC. You can have even several different operating systems running at the same time. So if you are a web developer and you need to test how your website works on, let's say, a Windows against a Ubuntu, Linux, and Apple, you can have all those VMs running at the same time, so you can test those environments. It supports DirectX 11 via Metal. So Metal probably won't take too long on this, but it's Apple's version of DirectX, which means heavy graphics or graphic heavy applications such as, let's say, AutoCAD or some games like Halo that can be played because of Metal. So it takes full advantage of that. There's very limited impact on the lifetime of the battery of the machine. And you can also, during installation, you can actually allocate. You have presets when you're installing, so you can choose what you're going to be using the virtual machine for. If it's for business, if it's for gaming, it's for design, and we have a template set up that you can actually use. But alternatively, you can go into the settings and allocate how much hard drive, RAM, and processing power you wish to allocate, and how many and which shared folders you want to use on the machine. We try to make it as easy as possible to install Windows. So there are different ways you can use. You can use your own disks if you have, but we all know that Macs haven't had CD drives for quite some time. So you can download straight from the Microsoft website. So we have a direct link with Microsoft that what that allows you to do is download the latest and most up-to-date version of Windows, or you can use a disk image as well. It's very easy to migrate from PC to Mac. There's a tool already built in on the Parallels desktop to allow you to bring all your information from the PC to the Mac and make them pretty much create an exact copy of what your PC was on that virtual machine that you're installing. Again, what I mentioned before in terms of the default settings. So that covers the how easy it is to use. And in terms of integration, of course, you do have the capability of using clipboards, drag and drop, share folders. You got universal printers as well. There's a pretty cool mode that it's my favorite, which is coherence, which basically means you have Windows running as if it was part of your Mac OS. So there's no background screens or anything. And of course, in addition to that, you get all those tools that comes with Parallels Toolbox. Next slide, please. All right, system requirements. So Parallels Desktop doesn't provide you with Windows, so that's sold separately, and WSI will be able to assist you with pricing and different versions that they have available. Parallels Desktop is currently on version 16. This version is already ready for Big Sur, and the previous versions such as Catalina, Mojave, and High Sierra. It's just good to point out, I'm not sure if you guys already have in the Philippines the M1 processors, silicon processor machines available, but we're still working on that one. So it is compatible, but not fully yet. We're still working on it. For mass deployment, if you are a big business and wish to purchase Parallels Desktop for all your employees, you can take advantage of other pieces of software such as Parallels Mac Management, Jamf, and IBM Endpoint Manager to actually deploy. With your subscription, you get 24/7, 367 days, 365 days, sorry, making our years longer, technical support and upgrade insurance. So if you purchase right now, and we currently have version 16, whenever we bring the next version, you'll be entitled to a free upgrade. The next slide, please. This is very good to point out, which is what sort of Macs are required excuse me, to run Parallels Desktop and Windows in the most efficient way possible. Of course, we always suggest people to have a computer that meets the best performance requirements, but as you can see, the gap is quite vast between the minimum and best performance. So in terms of memory, 4 gigs should be enough for you to run if you're just a basic user. If you're going to be using for heavy graphics like gaming, AutoCAD design, I would definitely recommend you to go on 16. Storage about 500 megs. That's just for the Parallels Desktop installation. You do need to consider how big Windows is. Windows is about 15 to 20 gigs, so you need to take that into consideration. So our footprint for our product is very little, very small, but you always need to consider a big chunk of space for Windows. And of course, in terms of operating systems, so as long as you have 10.13.6, which is High Sierra, you should be good to install the latest version. Moving along, please.
Okay, I think we're having a technical problem shortly. So if you have any questions for desktop, you may send your questions in on the chat box and we'll answer it after this video.
Parallels Desktop, the #1 choice of Mac users to run Windows on Mac. Windows applications run effortlessly. Experience as much or as little Windows as you want. Windows and Mac applications side by side. Parallels Desktop is seamless and fast. No rebooting required. Share files and folders. Swipe. Copy and paste images and text. Drag and drop files. Launch your Windows apps right from the dock. It's simple to get started and easy to use. Get Windows up and running in minutes. And Boot Camp is supported too. Plus, you can use the touch bar with Windows and connect your USB devices. You can also print from Windows with no additional setup required. Mac OS keyboard shortcuts work in Windows automatically. Whether you need to run a Windows program, making the switch from a PC, develop or test, game, or just looking for the ultimate flexibility without having to restart, you're completely covered with Parallels Desktop for Mac. Fast, powerful, and easy. Parallels Desktop 16, our latest release with over 30 new features. Built for speed and performance, with accelerated startup and Windows Resume, our newest release delivers powerful results. Enhanced graphic support allows you to run even more Windows apps and games. Use less energy and enjoy up to 10% increase in battery life while in travel mode. Free up more disk space with automatic reclaim. Effortlessly zoom and rotate with trackpad in Windows apps. Enable Do Not Disturb to block distractions and increase productivity. Print from Windows on both paper sides using more paper formats. Fully supports and optimized for the new generation Mac OS 11 Big Sur. Get the most advanced Parallels desktop version ever with 30+ new features. Upgrade to Parallels Desktop 16 today.
Thank you, Julan.
Thank you, Julian.
All right.
All
So if you
right.
are
So
interested
if you
in,
are interested in,
I'm just getting a bit of an
I'm
echo.
just getting a bit of an echo.
All right. Is it better?
Is it better?
Nope.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So no echo
All right.
anymore.
So
That's
no
good.
echo anymore. That's good.
All right. So if you are
All right. So
interested in
if you
doing
are
a,
interested in doing a,
sorry guys, I'm still getting the
sorry
echo.
guys, I'm still getting the echo.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Hello, can you hear me okay?
All right, everybody.
All right, everybody.
Seems to be
Seems to be a
getting a lot of
getting a lot of
feedback.
feedback.
But I'll try to
But I'll try to.
so if you are interested
So
in
if
doing
you
a
are
trial
interested in doing a trial
desktop,
for
you can
desktop,
visit our website,
visit our website,
com,
com,
trial.
trial.
Ari, I think
Ari, I think
the
the
audio isn't
audio
really that
isn't
clear because
really
of the
that clear because
feedback.
of the feedback.
Let's just
Let's just
check.
check.
Can you try again,
Can you
Ari?
try again, Ari?
It's still
It's
doing.
still doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
All right, I think that's okay. I apologize, but I just mute everyone. I wasn't sure who it was. But this is the pricing. So we've got 3 different SKUs. It's a 1, 2, and 3 years on the Parallels desktop for business. This is a pricing in Filipino peso, so 5,720 For 1 year subscription, 10,290 for 2 years, and 13,710 for 3 years. Apart from that, we also have the Parallels Desktop Pro Edition. The main difference between those two is that the Parallels Desktop Business Edition, you're given a single license where you can manage X amount of users, so there's no limit. So it's much better for IT to actually deploy. On the Parallels Desktop Pro Edition, the features are almost the same. It's just more designed for a pro user, so anyone that's going to be using for design or web development, we strongly recommend this version. The pricing, as you can see, for 1 and 2 years is exactly the same. So 1 year subscription, 5,710, and then for the 2 years, 10,290. And just again, because of the audio issue, if you are interested in doing a trial on either of those versions, you can just visit parallels.com and you can get a 30 days license. 30 days trial license. Next one, please. All right, so now we're going to move into a very different and a lot more enterprise-focused product, which is called Parallels Remote Application Server. So what is Parallels Remote Application Server, which several times I'm going to just be mentioning as RAS. So it's an all-in-one virtual desktop infrastructure, so a VDI solution that delivers applications and virtual desktops to any device, anywhere, anytime. Next slide, please. So when we say any device, anywhere, anytime, it means access applications, desktop, and data from exactly what I mean, any device, anywhere, anytime. I'm going to go through the user experience on the next slide and show you how it all works. But so if you have a phone and you need to access a specific application that it's hosted in your server, that's the product that you're going to go with. It's extremely easy to use. So we provide a high performance, intuitive, and productive user interface, not just for the end user, but actually as well for the IT manager that's going to be in charge of the solution. In terms of security, so all data is secure. So secure data by centralized and controlling and monitoring user access. The beauty of it is that unlike other solutions in the market, you have all your data stored in one place. So there's no risk of sensitive information being copied and leaking information that shouldn't be leaked. On-demand agility. So you can quickly adapt the business. It quickly adapts to the business needs by automatically scaling your infrastructure. So we do have a lot of we call it artificial intelligence. And the point that, let's say, so if your business has a specific application that needs to be open or has quite a heavy traffic at 10 o'clock in the morning where everybody's logging in and trying to open, the system will learn that behavior, similar to what happens on your mobile phone that gives you prompts to different suggestions on what you want to do. We have an interface that will actually pre-launch those applications to avoid, let's say, broadband traffic. Reduce total cost and complexity. So it's very streamlined IT stuff and workloads and overhead costs. So it's, when we say reduce costs, unlike other solutions in the market as well, our product is a single license. Just like the Parallels Desktop, it's very simple. It's a 1, 2, and 3 years option that includes everything. There's no hidden costs. There's no add-ons that needs to be purchased. There's no hardware required, which reduce the cost. If you compare, let's say, to Citrix, for example, you can work out about 60% cheaper. Next slide, please. All right, so this is the what I was mentioning in terms of the interface and what you can actually, how you can actually experience those virtual desktops and applications when they're being published. So it's basically, it's a single pane of glass, and doesn't matter which operating system you're using. So if you are on iOS, iPad, macOS, Android, Windows, Chrome, or even a HTML5 browser, which most of the browsers do support HTML5 today, you can have a Windows-like experience on that browser. Next one, please. All right, so how can Parallels ROS help your organization? Or how do we actually help your organization? It's by providing a high performance, intuitive, and productive user experience on any device from anywhere, anytime. So you saw the interfaces. Any apps that your company needs to publish, you're going to have exactly the same experience as if you were running on a Windows machine. By enabling your organizations to be more agile with decentralized architecture that supports RDSH and VDI from on-premise, hybrid, and public clouds. What that means is that if your company already has, so if you already have your own server, you can install Parallels ROS on your server and deploy the applications. If you're using a Google Cloud or Alibaba, Amazon, or even Microsoft Azure, you can actually install those and deploy it as well. So you can create redundancy as well. Jalan, we lost the presentation. There we go. And of course, the most important point, reducing the risk of data loss and malicious activity by preventing unauthorized access to applications and data. So with the centralized repository of data, and different security layers that you can actually implement, like multi-factor authentication and firewalls and other kind of stuff that you can implement, your data will definitely be secure when you use Parallels ROS. So like I said, this is a very technical product. I'm trying to be as brief and as succinct as possible. If this is something that your businesses are looking at, I'll be more than happy to have a very in-depth, let's say a deep dive on the product and all the features, and even run a demonstration or probably even a proof of concept with you if it's a product that interests you. So the next one, Jalan. All right. So reduce total cost of ownership. So there's a few points here that it's good to mention, which is number one, reduce complexity. So Parallels ROS is very easy to deploy. We actually do have people that move from other products like VMware, Citrix, and they can't believe how easy it is to just install. If you kind of just go next, you're done. It's very easy to maintain. It allows IT organizations to reduce the IT complexity while increasing staff and users' productivity. We also, it's a very fast learning curve. So if you're coming from a much more complex product to this one, it's, like I said, it's very easy to use. It's an all-in-one solution and requires minimal knowledge to configure and to manage. But we do also provide free technical training. So you can actually attend the training and certifications. We don't have certifications for end user. They're mainly designed for our partners, but we encourage you to attend those certifications. And again, if this is something that interests you, please reach out to myself and my colleague Annabelle, and we'll be happy to send you the link for the next training and certification session that we're going to have. So again, very important to touch. There's no expensive add-ons and the licensing is not expensive. So Parallels ROS is a full-feature, modular, cost-effective application delivering VDI solution. So it does not require any third-party add-ons for the load balancing, printing, redirection. So we do have, just like Parallels Desktop, universal printing and scanning. My apologies. There's several monitoring, reporting tools and other features that you can use to monitor your staff and performance. Just like Parallels Desktop as well, because we only work on subscription, on this product we work on concurrent connections. So all features are included, and you are entitled to a 24/7, 365 days technical support. And once again, we're just in the midst of launching a new version now in December. So if you do purchase the product in the next couple of weeks, you'll be entitled to upgrade to the newest version, Parallels ROS 18, in the next coming days. Next one, please. Sorry, Jalan, I think we're missing the audio again.
Uh, Unfortunately, Ari, I think we're having a technical problem with our video. We'll try to show the video later before we end our session. I think we can proceed with the pricing first. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, so pricing, as I mentioned, we work on concurrent connection, not named or user license. So the pricing is pretty straightforward. Once again, 12, 24, and 36 months available. You can go up to 5 years option, but we don't tend to announce the price. But we can definitely work and advertise the pricing for you if it's something you're interested. The minimum order quantity on this product is 15 concurrent connections, and each user will cost 5,720 on a 12-month subscription, 10,860 on a 2-year subscription, and 15,430 peso on 36-month subscription.
Okay, thank you, Ari. If you have any questions for Ari, now is the time to send in your questions. So, Sir Jordan, do we have any questions here? Okay, we have none so far. So, we'll just try to review some of the points that Ari discussed. So, everyone can answer our quiz later on. Okay. Um, so we'll try to refresh. Sir Jordan, can you move the slide to the licenses and the portfolio of parallels? Okay. So here, this is just a trick. Okay. So this might be asked on the quiz. So parallel solution portfolio, if you can memorize it, it would be great as well. Okay. Sir Jordan, do we have any questions for us? Okay. So before we proceed with the quiz, I would like everyone to scan the QR code that we will be presenting for our feedback form. There, you can scan the code or you can click on the link so that you can answer our feedback form and you will be able to go to the quiz link after you have submitted your feedback form. Okay, before we proceed with the game, I'd like to take this opportunity to let everyone know about WSI's latest promotion, the Warehouse Berman Sale. Get amazing products for affordable prices. WSI Warehouse Berman Sale is already at year 2, this time with bigger and better discounts for all of you. We have products ranging from computer, accessories, communications, security and backup, and of course, business management to help you maintain your productivity wherever you are at home or on site. To view the full list of the participating products with their discounted prices, feel free to visit the link flashed on the screen. For those who have their smartphones on hand with them, you can scan all the QR code that we have provided on the screen. This year, we have collaborated with We Sell It, our official e-commerce site for Warehouse Berman Sale. So go check out our prices and you can go to the link and to view our prices or scan the QR code. So enjoy everyone and enjoy shopping. Okay, Sir Jordan, are we good with the okay, we have a question here, Ari. Uh, can Parallel RAS virtualize access Adobe CC?
To Adobe Creative Cloud, I am not sure. I need to, if I could get their details and do a quick research and come back, because I know the Creative Cloud tends to be mostly online. So they have their own sort of already server that backs it up most of the information. But I know that some versions of Adobe can be installed on a Windows server. I'm just not sure if Creative Cloud is one of them. So if I could just get the question in an email, or I'll definitely address that to Jojo, if I'm pronouncing correctly. I can definitely get back to you as early as next week with a specific answer.
Okay, thank you, Ari. We have one person who answered our feedback form. Right now, we are waiting for more. So if you want to win some prizes this afternoon, you can. We encourage everyone to answer our feedback form. Okay, you can go to the link flashed located on the chat box, or you can scan the QR code. So if you are from WSI and you want to join the quiz, you can, but you cannot. Unfortunately, we cannot award you the prize. Okay. Okay. So okay, while waiting for our attendees to finish our the feedback form, I'd like to play the video that we weren't able to play earlier on. Let me just share my screen.
July, can I be part of the game as well? Do I get a prize?
Unfortunately, no, Ari, you cannot win the prize, but yes, you can join the game. We are currently having. Ilan na, ilan na. Okay, we currently have two, four. How many is that? We have five. Okay, we have five people who have answered our feedback form right now. So we're just waiting for we'll just wait for 30, okay, for 2 minutes for everyone to answer the feedback form and join our quiz. So for our quiz today, if you get the top score, you will be receiving a prize from us. I would like also to remind everyone, when answering the questions that will be presented, please use the full name. We cannot accept the abbreviated answers for this quiz. So if you want to win the prize, you have to type in the full name. For example, Ras, you have to type in the full name. Okay. So, Sir Jordan? Okay, we'll just wait for 1 more minute. Okay. So for our quiz this afternoon, the faster you answer the question, the higher points you can get. So if you can type in your answer quickly, then you have the chance to get a much more higher score. We also have some like power ups. You can freeze or you can distract our the other attendees while playing. Okay. So I think we're okay now. Sir Jordan, do you want to share our screen? Okay. Okay, and now we will be starting. So ready up, everyone. Okay. So in three, two, one, let's start. Okay. And we have a timer. Okay. What are the solutions from the Parallels portfolio? I intentionally flashed that. So if you have you're paying attention on the presentation, you will be able to remember at least. So if you if you can remember everything, it would be great. Okay, we have 15 seconds left to answer. Okay, we only have three more persons who weren't able to answer. Okay, parallels desktop for Mac, parallels toolbox. Okay, time's up. And who got the leaderboard? Okay, Jojo Castillo, congratulations. Okay, next question, Sir Jordan. Okay, three, two, one, go. Okay, what are the two parallel solutions offered to the Philippine market? Okay, I think Ari discussed that as well during his presentation. So Ari, if you are joining the game, you can answer, but unfortunately, you cannot win.
I thought I
Okay.
was getting a trip to Manila.
when when the situation permits, I think we can have that.
All right, then we can do another quiz.
Yes. Okay. We have um 15 seconds left. Okay. 5 more seconds left until we reveal the correct answer. Two, one. Okay, time's up. Okay. Okay, next answer. Next answer. Next question. Okay. Name one of the key differentiators of Parallels Desktop for Mac. Okay. Um, okay, we have two people who already answered. Is it virtualization, pricing? What else? Okay, we have 10 seconds left. Okay, three, two, one. Oh, time's up. Okay. Our leaderboard. Oh, Wilma Benedicto, 900. Okay. Name one of the parallels RAS key benefits. Okay. Um, what is the answer? Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. So let's have the next question. Okay, the last question. Businesses can take existing applications and deliver them to a variety of devices and platforms aside from Android and iPhone devices. State at least one device or okay. Okay. What other platform? You can choose all of it if you think everything is right. Okay, we have 5 more seconds. Okay, time's up. And who will be our winner? Okay, Wilma Benedicto is still in the leading. Is that our last answer? Okay, that was our last question for our quiz. Thank you everyone for joining. And Wilma Benedicto, you a WSI representative, will be in contact with you on how you can claim your prize. Okay. All right. Before we end our session, I'd like to call on Miss Annabelle to give us a short message.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me, guys? Okay.
Yes, Annabelle, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, hello, everyone. First of all, thank you for joining us for today's webinar, and it's nice to see you all guys here. So, again, my name is Annabelle Baroja, Customer Experience and Marketing from Parallels. So, I will also be your local point of contact at Parallels in the Philippines. So, just to give you a quick summary, Parallels, as a global leader in cross platform solutions, continues to innovate with our partners in Asia Pacific to help organizations like yours to fulfill the business needs and help you to securely and productively use your favorite devices anytime and anywhere. So, given that right now we have the current health situation due to the pandemic, so now is an ideal time to be questioning yourself and your organization if you have the best technology that will allow your staff to work remotely. So that's why we're all excited to share with you our parallel solutions. So both Parallels and WSI will continue to innovate through a partnership to help you to simplify your and secured virtualization and mobile experience in the Philippines. So we hope you guys enjoy the session today. You find it very helpful for you to learn more about parallels and what is something to offer to your business. So in case you have any other further questions that were not answered during the session, during this webinar, so just feel free to contact me or Patrick from WSI so that we can assist you further. So thank you again for joining us today, and we look forward to speaking with you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Annabelle. Thank you also to the attendees that has joined our session for today. And I do hope that you have learned something from today's event. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to our presenter, Ari, and to Annabelle for um, joining us this afternoon. So again, thank you everyone, and see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Keep safe. Bye bye.